South Carolina has certainly responded since losing to UCLA, with the latest instance being beating the brakes off of TCU. And this is another ranked opponent, mind you. And nonetheless, the Gamecocks just ran through them, just like they did to Duke, which goes to show you the talent that is on Dawn Staley's squad. You know, this is a South Carolina team this time around that maybe doesn't have that one central focal point like Camila Cardoso was, but they come at you in waves, and their defensive pressure is tough for opponents to deal with. When I look at the other teams in the country, the ones that I really think might have a chance to keep South Carolina from repeating, well, we saw UCLA beat them. I would go with UConn, given the emergence of Sarah Strong, and Notre Dame with that backcourt of Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles. But it's going to be tough to beat Dawn Staley's squad come March, because seeing them, respond, I guess, would have been an easy predicted slam dunk, just like the one we saw from Ashlyn Watkins. All right, going into that game and what actually transpired, the dunk was the big story from the contest. It was what everybody was talking about afterwards. Ashlyn Watkins, of course, has dunked before in a game, but it's not something we see very often in the women's game, which makes it noteworthy. She had the steal on the play here, as you see, and goes the other way, slows down. Sedona Prince is coming behind her, and she throws it down with her right hand, like a legit in-game dunk. And that caught people by surprise, probably a lot of people who have not seen that happen in real time. This was a game that was on in prime time. And then there was a funny moment with her teammate, Papa, who the handshake that they had here was pretty funny. And you see on this play, this is a good angle of the slam. Throw down, high five, and then she's like, ow. And she said afterwards that her hand still hurt from the high five. But South Carolina putting a hurting on their opponents. So they've certainly responded early in the season. The story was about Malaysia Wiley's playing time. She got more burn in this one and had a good game. But that's the problem, I think, with South Carolina, and what their opponents are going to have to deal with is you don't really, you can't key in on one player having a good game or not, because that's not going to tell the story of whether they win or lose, given that this is a team that has so many different players that can beat you. I mean, Chloe Kitts only had 4 points, and she was the star the last time around. In fact, their starting 5, no one scored more than 11. For Wiley had 20 off the bench. This is just a very, very deep South Carolina team that is primed for another deep run in March, if not another NCAA championship.